Dad was diagnosed with cancer during COVID and kind of was going through treatment. So obviously the wedding day took on like a very kind of poignant because up until the day before, I didn't know if my parents were going to be there.
Yeah.
And then Dad had his next round of surgery and things were looking good. And then 2 days before my wedding day, had a seizure and they'd found out that the cancer had metastasized in his brain. And then in March of 2023, so we'd been married maybe 7 or 8 months at this point, we found out that the cancer had metastasized again in his lungs and it was now stage 4 and terminal. And the prognosis that the doctors gave us was 6 to 12 months. So my family decided, being from the UK, while Dad was able to, we were going to go back and kind of see his mum and his family and friends for, I don't know what, we didn't have an official term, but that was kind of an unspoken thing. It was kind of like a potentially goodbye. This might be the last time that he's able to see our friends and family. So I went over. It was an incredibly challenging time because you're seeing all these people that you love and there's this unspoken goodbye that no one is acknowledging as well because it's an awkward and hard conversation.
Yes.
So I'd done this trip. It was incredibly hard. I was kind of very ready to come back and kind of be in my house, be with my husband and kind of like rebolster myself so I could be there for my family again. And it was the night that I flew back from that trip straight off the plane. I changed my flight to get back home earlier because I'd landed a bit earlier and walked into the apartment, kind of unpacked and got out. And then my husband kind of was acting a bit strange. We were talking a bit quietly and then just kind of came out that he didn't want to be married anymore. So it was a complete blindside. Obviously, in hindsight, you can look back and see there are kind of signs that you weren't picking up on, but there was no conversation. I felt like the decision had been made and I wasn't part of that conversation. So it completely blindsided me and blew me out the water for sure.